I gotta be on the flyers because I speak Spanish.
What's up with it, sis? Grab some of our literature.
It's okay.
Take some literature, sis.
When we see Kwame Yasharala, that means rise to the nation of Israel. So-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Because when you look at the state of our people, we're in a terrible state. We're in the ghettos. Our neighborhoods are damaged, dirty, it's emergencies. We're in a state of chaos. But this is all because we departed from the Most High God.
That's right.
That's right.
Go ahead, Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4, go ahead.
Bring it out, all right? Jeremiah 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
So we've discontinued from our heritage. We no longer look at each other as kings and queens. We no longer have that brotherly love amongst each other. Now it's, oh, that's that nigga over there, or this is this is that. We're cursed. We don't even see ourselves as a nation. Each one of us has a role to play within our society, even as far as the elders. You know, you see in the elders where, you see in the scriptures where the elders were judges. They were oftentimes called in important matters to be guides and staples in the community. Now we cast our elders to the side. We don't even deal with our people to that capacity. Everyone's concerned about being an individual and we fail together.
That's right.
Read it from the top.
Verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
That I gave thee, thus saith the Lord. Give me Deuteronomy 23. We're going to start at verse 17. We're on the infamous Figueroa, right?
Yep.
Actually, let's go to Deuteronomy 7 and 6 first. Hold that. We discontinued from our heritage. The Most High literally called us the apple of his eye. You know, that said we were special above all nations. So why are we in these conditions? We no longer value ourselves, value our brothers, value our sisters. Walking around half naked, exposing yourself. That means you don't value yourself. That brother know what I'm talking about. If you have something important, you don't have a see-through wallet, right? Because you think your money is important. You want to hold that. You got a case on your phone because you want to protect that. But then our sisters walk around naked. You see how that don't make sense? You got a case on your phone, but you walking around exposed. But look what the Most High said about us. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
He said the Most High has chosen us to be a special people unto himself. When we walk around half naked, when our brothers walk around mean mugging and on each other, that you ain't treating your brother like no special people. You're not behaving yourself as the righteous men and women that the Most High has called us to be.
Bring it out, all right?
That's not special people behavior. The Most High said we are special, but read on.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. You want the best of the best case for your phone. I got an iPhone, you know, I can't lose this. I gotta make sure I protect it. You got the best of the best that you can provide, and yet we don't value ourselves. Eat in your kind of way. We think in your kind of way. We behave in your kind of way. We tear up our communities. We don't have that love for one another. You see people pulled over or whatever the case may be. Ain't nobody doing anything to assist. The Most High said we are a special people. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 23. Con, go ahead.
23 what?
Verse 17.
Deuteronomy 23 and verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughter of Israel.
So I say it all the time. If we kept the commandments, we wouldn't have the situations we have in our communities. We wouldn't have the black on black crime. We wouldn't have the brotherly violence. We wouldn't have the rejection. There wouldn't be any hungry because there are literally laws that are set up to protect the widow and the orphan. If you had nobody, anybody's property you should be able to go to and still eat. That's what thus saith the Lord. That's in the scriptures. A man taking care of his wife and his kids. That's in the scriptures. All of our responsibility, all of the things that would have helped our communities has been lost because we've departed from our heritage. We no longer practice our laws. We no longer call ourselves by our true name, the children of Israel.
That's right.
We are no longer exercising the righteousness that the Most High has put into us. But the Most High said there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. You're supposed to be somebody's wife. somebody's mother. You ain't supposed to be a baby mama.
Exactly.
You ain't supposed to be on the corner of Fig waiting for the sun to go down so you can start selling. That is not for our sisters.
Bring it out, huh?
Let the other nations have that. Let them do as they please. But for us, we are a holy and peculiar people that the Most High has chosen. Read on.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
And well, I know we're towards the end of it, but this is so-called Pride Month, right? The Most High said there are to be no sodomites. No people, no homosexuals within our entire nation.
That's right.
Thus saith the Lord. Ain't no Pride Month in Israel.
That's right.
Ain't no dealing with man and man, woman and woman in Israel. That is not for our nation. Oftentimes we see these other nations, they push this in the music. They make you think that that's what success is. The same way, you know, the whole surf and turf. Charge you $35, $36 for a lobster and some steak. That's, according to the Bible, we aren't even supposed to be eating those bottom feeders. Look at the behavior of a pig. It's a cleaner. Look at the behavior of lobsters and shrimps. They're cleaners. They feed off of parasites, and they don't have a way of flushing that out of their systems. And yet, we are not following the laws of God, so you see how many problems persist. Big Mama got, what's that called? Gout. Big Mama got gout, got high blood pressure, all these different things, because we're not keeping the law according to what the Most High God has laid out for us. Hold this, go to Deuteronomy 6 and 25. The Most High said this is our righteousness. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 6 and 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Lord our God.
He said that's our righteousness. So the Most High has called us to be a righteous and holy people. He said a kingdom of priests. It's our righteousness when we keep the commandments. So many of our people, we've fallen away from the heritage the Most High has given us. Now we go by Negro.
Yeah.
It changes every 10 years. We have a different byword, a different proverb, different sayings. The whole world is watching us, and yet we have no success. Why is that?
Bring it out.
You got the biggest, strongest brothers you can see, and yet we got taken into slavery. How is that? How? But the Most High said it would be our righteousness if we keep the commandments. That's what we're lacking. With all that strength, with all that adversity and energy, whatever the case may be, our people lack principle. We lack the laws of God. We lack that guidance. But we have it right here. We have it in our houses. People put it in their dashboard. We all claiming Christian. You got that Bible on that top shelf, accumulating dust.
Right.
That is your book, so-called Negro and Latino, Native Americans. This is our book. This is our history and our heritage. Read on.
As he hath commanded us. 71.
Give me, let's go to the book of Judith. I believe it's 5 and 7.
That's Lord.
5 and 17, go ahead.
Take a slight step up too.
Con. 5 and 17. Because you can see it even in history. The other nations know about who our people are.
Y'all get with us.
Brothers used to work, right by LAX. There would be people coming from all over the world, and we would ask them, who are we? Who do you think that we are? And they would always say, the children of Israel. It's common knowledge.
Yep.
Yet our people don't know those things. Matter of fact, hold that. Give me Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Our people don't know. We are the children of Israel. You see our lives. We grow up reading about Christ, hearing about Moses. Everybody knows the story of Noah and the flood. And little do you know, there are men of the Bible that look like you and I. Melanated men, afros, curly and kinky hair. So-called Negroes, so-called Latinos. We're really the Israelites. Go ahead, 1 and 3. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 3. Go ahead.
Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel doth not know. My people doth not consider.
It said our people don't even consider. We read all these stories and we don't even think that we could be capable of that level of greatness. And you constantly see that because brothers and sisters be defeated within their own minds. Man, I can't do that. Man, that can't be me. I can't be a hero. I can't be someone powerful. What difference can I make? And yet, there were individuals. Christ's been dead for at least 2,000 years and we still speaking his name. Moses was generations before him and we still talking about him. Noah, we're still talking about these stories. Individuals can literally change the world through the Spirit of the Most High. The Most High has called us to be watchmen. Go to Ezekiel chapter 33. The Most High has literally called us to be watchmen. That's why we come out here and we prophesy unto our people. It's not for our benefit. We want our people to get right. We want our people to come back to the laws and the language, the laws of the Most High. The language that we had, the land that we had. It's time for us to claim our heritage. Thus saith the Lord. 33. And start at verse 1, yes.
33, Ezekiel 33 and 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coasts, and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet.
So he said, take a man to be a watchman. He's supposed to be the one that's watching over the people. They set him up against the coast so that if any of their enemies came, the watchman could warn the people. We are those watchmen today. We are the ones warning our people that the Most High is coming back. There will be judgment in this earth. Assure that you secure your spot of salvation, that you care for your soul. The scriptures say, be not ashamed when it concerneth thy soul. Come up and ask your questions. Amen. Seek out this information. Look into what we're talking about. Don't be ashamed when it concerns your soul, because this is our people. This is our heritage. The Most High said it throughout the scriptures that we shall not be ashamed. Don't be ashamed to poke your chest out. You are the chosen of God.
That's right.
That should come with a certain level of pride. That comes with a certain level of authority, a certain level of glory that we wear within ourselves. We are the chosen. Go ahead.
And warn the people.
He said, and warn the people. Because the scriptures ain't all, Christ wasn't even all peace and joy and love. Christ came, and why do you think they were trying to kill him if all he was doing was passing out hugs? Christ was condemning people. He was telling them that they was wrong. He was telling the Pharisees that they was wrong. And he also healed. He did for his people. He gave his life for his nation through living and through death. That his people might get better, that we might still have a chance of salvation. Sister, you have a question?
You got a question?
You have a question, sis?